Hi guys. So for today's reading, we are going to be looking at what makes you so out of this world. So we have 3 piles today. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self. And I really hope you guys enjoy this reading. If you do, like, share, comment, subscribe, donate to the channel. You can find my Amazon wishlist, PayPal, and Cash App all in the description box below. Any of that you guys do, I really do appreciate. It's a great way to give back for the energetic healing session I'm giving you today. And other great ways to do that are through leaving timestamps or checking out my other channel, which you can find in my description box as well. Liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing over there helps me. And once again, I just really appreciate all of those who give back to me as I am here to give to you. And let's see what we got. Pile 1. What makes you so out of this world? You are definitely a peacemaker, and it seems like everywhere you go, you bring abundance, you bring a treasure, you bring good luck. You bring peace and harmony and happiness and joy. You're somebody who extends an olive branch to try to heal a situation as well. You're somebody who is very protected in anything and everything that you do. Doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, you take risks, and those risks are rewarded. Those risks are something that is a part of you that really makes up a lot of who you are. And you feel safe in making those risks because you know that you're protected. You know that things are happening the way they're meant to happen, things like that. You are also very flirty, very fun. You are very loving as well. You have a strong excitement about you, a bubbliness about you that people really love. People really enjoy your company. They find you to be very charming, exciting, happy, happy-go-lucky, very beautiful, unique. You stand out for sure. You definitely believe that the sun will come out tomorrow or the rainbow will come after the storm. You try to look at the positive aspects in things. You're also very aligned as well. And you could also be somebody who may actually be part of the LGBTQ community. If not, you are just somebody that is very different from others. And you don't mind showing those differences or living those differences. You're not judgmental of anyone else's differences either. You're very accepting of people and who they are, which means I shouldn't hear anybody saying, I am not part of the LGBTQ community. God, why do you always have to say that? Well, if it's not you, then it's not you. Don't get offended by it. There's plenty of other things people could have about them that are similar to that. Just saying. Anyway, let's see what else is so out of the world about you. Because you know what? I love LGBTQ people. And anybody who doesn't, get a life. Because you're much better spending your life loving things than hating them. Especially just for being different. You are charming, charismatic, and sexy. You fit in anywhere and are the life of any party. People love your energy, your ideas, and your drive. Your intelligence is off the chart. Your mental clarity and abilities are amazing and sometimes very intimidating. So once again, sexy, charismatic, fun, life of the party. You are really filled with a lot of ideas, energy, drive, motivation. You are somebody that is very intelligent as well. And you have very strong mental clarity. You have very strong willpower in general. You are an amazing writer. Your words leave a massive impact. You are creative and you are inspirational. So you are definitely somebody who leaves a very large impact on others through the words that you put together in certain ways. You are definitely somebody who makes a very strong difference in this world. You have a very large creative intelligence as well as a very large mental reasoning as well. So you're very balanced in a lot of ways too. We have the scorpion. We have the hyena. We have see the signs. And we have observe in silence. So, why are you so out of this world? You're somebody who's able to laugh with people. You're somebody that's very close to those that you love. You can also sometimes sting people with your words. You might be a little bit passive aggressive at times. You really know how to get to the heart of a person with your words when you feel it's necessary to protect yourself. So you may want to examine that and see what's underneath those feelings that are causing you to lash out that way. But you're also somebody that is very instinctual. somebody that really catches on to things. You're very observant as well. You also know when others are behaving that way. You see it because it resides in yourself. So you see what's at the root of their problems. Sometimes it's harder to see what's at the root of our own problems. But if you can find the root of your own problems and heal those, then you can help others to heal theirs too, especially by leading from example. You're somebody who observes things a lot. You're very intelligent, very keen. You see straight into the heart and soul of people. You really know what's going on inside of them. And you're also somebody who sees signs around you everywhere. You pick up on it and you notice it. And you never really feel fully alone because you know you are connected to the multitude. We have the pentagram, harmony, protection, and idealism. Syrians, artistic integrity and honesty. You're very honest. You have a lot of integrity. You are a beautiful artist. Whatever it is that you do in the form of art, your creative expression is amazing. It's very unique. It's very out of this world. People really do love the things that you make. And people may not show a lot of interest in it or applaud you a whole lot. A lot of times that happens when somebody's really good at something because people don't think that they need the encouragement. It's not about the encouragement. It's about honestly expressing how you feel about something, and people should do that more often. There's actually a girl that sung so amazingly beautiful, but nobody ever really gave her props. Nobody really clapped. Nobody really did anything. When I was up there and it sounded like a cat was being strangled because I was really nervous that night, everybody clapped, everybody cheered me on. Keep going, you can do it. Well, maybe she needs some of that too, some of that recognition, some of that love for the good things she's good at. So sometimes you may not get a whole lot of recognition for the things that you're good at. People think that you may get a big ego, or people may feel a little upset that they're not better at those things, or they just don't feel like you need the support and the encouragement. So sometimes being like, hey, it would be awesome if you could tell me what you think of this piece of art. That may actually help you to feel better about some of those things that you got going on as well. I also feel like you're somebody who chooses good when you could choose to serve the lower qualities within yourself. Even though you have both and you know you have both and you understand and recognize both, you do try to choose to follow your true north and your highest self when it comes to making decisions as well. You know that whatever harm you put out will come back on you. So you make sure to try to put out the best energy possible, especially when it comes to your communication. Because there may be times that you have this happen, but you catch it quick, I feel like, and you turn it around. And I really feel like once you get to the root of that problem, you'll have it happening even less and less often. And I know that because I've been there myself. So it really does get better once you start seeing what those triggers are, dealing with them, and working through them. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love if you guys could let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and donating to support the channel all really help me out, and it's a great way to give back for what I'm giving to you here today with this healing session. And I truly appreciate any and all of you who support me in whatever ways you do, through timestamps, through supporting my other channel, through supporting this channel, or donations, or any of the gifts anybody has sent me. You guys are all so beautiful, and I really do appreciate those that are there for me as I am here for you. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. For you guys, let's see what makes you so out of this world. First off, I feel like no matter how tough being a leader gets, you stay in your power and you stay in that leadership role. You have accepted that leadership role and you put on those pants every day. And it doesn't matter how old or worn out they get. It doesn't matter how dirty they get. It doesn't matter what you have to go through. You are somebody who is willing to make the best choices for everyone involved in a situation. You're willing to take charge, take leadership. You're willing to make the hard decisions and to take the responsibility when it doesn't work out right, as well as the recognition when it does work out right. But as we all know, as leaders, a lot of times you don't get the recognition so much as the responsibility portion of it. And you know, you're doing an amazing job, so make sure that you let yourself know that every day. You could definitely have some very young children as well, and you do your best to be able to be there for them, support them, help them. You may even be a babysitter or something along those lines, but you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. Even if, say, you're a boss at a job or something like that, it could feel like that the people that you're dealing with sometimes are small children and it's really hard to deal with. But you put those pants on every day and you continue to go do the things that you know are necessary to create a life for yourself and those around you. You're very good at communicating as well. Your communication skills are very well rounded. And your throat chakra is very open. You're good at bringing cycles to an end and beginning new cycles, and a lot of that has to do with your communication. You are definitely very out of this world. You're very unique. You're a very different breed, and you're very intelligent as well. You may even be very strong with your telepathic capabilities to where you understand and know what people need before they even express it out loud, which can sometimes be very difficult as well, because sometimes it's best to allow people to come ask you for that help instead of just giving without even them acknowledging it, because you were offering it without them asking for it. So sometimes it's nice to wait until somebody asks, as well as, you know, some people don't compromise enough, but they usually get what they want. Some people compromise far too much. Usually that's the empath who's a doormat for everyone around them. There's a nice healthy balance. So if you find yourself compromising too much, it's time to really tone that back a bit and stand and fight for some of the things that are a little bit more important to you, while at the same time being able to compromise on things that are a little less important to you. So let's see what else we have here. 11:33 was just on the clock as well. If you're here watching this, Tia, let me know. Your outfits are so unique. You are one of a kind. No one could ever fill your shoes even if they tried. You are very different. Don't feel like that's a bad thing. It's what makes you beautiful and you. Don't ever change unless it's to bring more of yourself out. Be true to your own heart. Every challenge or obstacle you face, you overcome with ease. You are intelligent and you never give up. You have some amazing energy. You enjoy life's pleasures and you are great at living in the moment. You make others forget their worries and their cares. You bring life to others that are stuck and stagnant. Energy doesn't stand a chance, or stuck and stagnant energy doesn't stand a chance around you. Your standards are high and you are not a doormat. You have great boundaries and your cutoff game is lit. You take no shit off of nobody. So, if you are not quite to this level yet, that may be something that you need to work on, and maybe your pants will look a little better over here. But some of you already are doing that as well. Owl, you could be claircognizant in this pile as well, which is a clear knowing. Not knowing why, but you just know. You're very wise when it comes to arguments or fights. You're also somebody who's there through the long haul. You can take a lot with it really just kind of washing down your back. You're somebody who has had to go through a lot on your own as well. And you have a lot of inner strength. You had to find that inner strength through trials, throughout hardships or battles or fights or chaos or drama or conflict or gossip going on around you a lot, or just all kinds of stuff, to where you ended up feeling like you were off alone in the cold, that kind of thing. But you have also learned from that you don't need anything outside of yourself. So you have learned how to be able to put your foot down and express when things are not okay with you, how to cut situations off when need be, and to know that you will be okay if you have to do that. And throughout that whole process and that whole cycle, you have really learned and seen how amazingly strong and beautiful you are on the inside. You have also seen how much wisdom that you have, how much intellect that you have, how much you are able to affect situations around you with your voice. And you have started to realize that some of the situations you dealt with maybe could have ended in a different way if you would have used your voice. But don't regret that, because you wouldn't be where you are right now if you wouldn't have went through those things. And now you know from here to the future that you can affect things in a different way if you respond in a different way. So, what else do we have? Love without condition. Show that you care. So you're somebody who loves without condition. You're somebody who isn't afraid to show that you care. You're somebody who isn't afraid to express your emotions and the love and joy that you have for others in your life. You are somebody who is quite capable of really opening your heart and accepting people in. You are somebody that loves people even when you have had to walk away from situations. You still love those people. You still care for those people. You still appreciate the good qualities in them. You just know that in order to keep your energy right, you had to separate yourself from that. Because the war that they were having was with themselves and not you, and you know that. Venusians, romance, soulmates, and empathy. Vesica, Pisces. Divine feminine, birthing, and fertility. So you are amazingly feminine, and you have some very strong masculine characteristics about you as well. You're very balanced in the two energies. Because a lot of this up until these couple cards here was very masculine energy, and now we're seeing the feminine side, the softer side of you as well. So you have that hard, unyielding, unbending leader with passion and drive and motivation side of you, and you also have that sensual, grounded, down-to-earth, loving, caring, adaptable, flexible, balanced side of yourself as well. You are also somebody who is very romantic in your relationships, I feel like. Somebody who's very loving, giving, generous, and beautiful. Somebody that really, you may actually even have something to do with poetry. You may enjoy reading poetry. You may enjoy reading romance novels. You may enjoy watching romantic comedies or historical romances or something along those lines. You really love love, and you really love the people that you love as well. You're also somebody who brings a lot of fertility and growth to the world around you. You're somebody who births things into being. You create things. You create beauty or you create destruction. Oh, the song Alpha. Mother destroyer, yeah, one and the same. Pleased to meet ya. I'm the master now. Damn, it's good to be home. Mr. Preacher, yeah, you know my name. Mother destroyer, yeah, one and the same. So, you are somebody who can tear a situation down or build a situation up. And what you're getting from the situation determines what you give out to it. But at the same time, just because you tear a situation down does not mean that you do not love those people that are involved in that situation. You have a lot of love for them and you're willing to give a lot of love. But when all they do is suck you dry, you can't be in that situation, and you know that. So you are able to walk away and separate yourself from that situation as well. That's where we got the balance of the masculine and feminine yet again. You're very balanced in both of those energies. You're a very caring, nurturing, loving, mother-like person, but you're also a very strong, dominant, solid, disciplined, father-like person. Yeah. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love if you guys could tell me what you thought about it in the comments below, whether or not this resonates with you. And remember, if you guys enjoy this video, to support me in return in some way, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, checking out my other channel and doing that over there. The link's in the description box below, or donating to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, Amazon wishlist, leaving timestamps. All of those things are great ways to give back to me, as I am here to give back to you, or to give to you. And I really hope that you guys know I appreciate that so much, and I am so grateful for all of you who do for me as I do for you. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3, let's see what makes you out of this world. For you guys, you are very different, very rare, very deep, very emotional, very intuitive, compassionate, empathetic, understanding, and you communicate all of these things. You are not somebody who holds back from communicating your truth of the feelings that you hold inside yourself. You express those things. 1, 2, and 3. You are somebody who takes steps one step at a time, and you do things in order. You're also somebody who's very aligned with yourself, and that makes you very harmonious with the energies around you. You're good at working in groups. You're good at manifesting and visualizing and bringing things into yourself. You're also good at school or work or anything that you can put your mind and your effort to. You're really good at overcoming obstacles, at growth and understanding things. You're also really good at being able to leave behind situations when you know that your energy is not being appreciated. You're good at dealing with hurt people that are hurt or narcissistic type of energy. You're good at really being able to pull back your energy and pull your energy away from people. Make sure that you don't go into an invisible energy, though, because it's really hard to come back out of that. I can't love you because I don't love myself. So you understand when people can and can't show love and why they can and can't show love. You understand a lot about what's going on within people psychologically and things like that. But since you have the experience of dealing with those people as well, you also know how to walk away from a situation and leave it behind when it's best for your health, because you have had to deal with a lot of situations like that as well, where you know that the only thing that's going to help anybody is them helping themselves, and your help isn't going to mean anything unless they actually put it to use in their life. Because you've seen people put it to use in their life, and then you've seen people not put it to use in their life. You're also really good at handling many different things at once. You're really good at multitasking. You're very balanced. You may have also dealt with a third-party situation in your love life as well. So right now you could be a little bit harder to reach. You may have actually put yourself in somewhat of a very invisible type of energy because of the situation you had to deal with in the past. And now you feel like if you open your heart to people and let them in and let them see who you are, they will take advantage of your weaknesses, because I feel like you had somebody targeting your weaknesses at some point. Now is the time to be hopeful, faithful, and trustful that the things that you went through were things that were there to guide you and help you learn, so that you can open your heart again and be who you really are without fear or worry, because now you know when those situations are going on and you can end them. If you haven't started doing that already, that's what you're headed into right now. Pojo's Family Fun Center since 1974, no cash value. Your value is far deeper than money can buy, and you know that now. I feel like if you did have a third-party situation, they may have chosen somebody with money over you, and it may have got to your self-esteem or self-worth for a minute. But now you are starting to realize and see that your self-worth lies far deeper than money could ever buy. And even if you've said that forever, you're starting to really feel it now. Hope and optimism. Once again, you have a lot of hope and optimism. I really feel like you guys are coming out of this bad situation with so much hope, so much optimism, so much love and kindness and care that people are really very surprised by this energy. People are really surprised by your healing capabilities, your ability to overcome situations, your ability to be you, regardless of what anybody has told you or how anybody has acted about who you are. You are definitely a leader as well. All in 2012 National Rifle Association. The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. National Rifle Association of America. And the reason that that right is not supposed to be infringed upon in this country is so that people have the power to defend themselves from enemies, foreign and domestic. So technically, even the army in this country having so many more high-powered weapons than the people have is something that was not planned on by the people who wrote this Constitution. People were supposed to be able to defend themselves from those people if the need ever arose, so that the government couldn't rise up against them like they did in England and take all their rights from them. You're somebody who may be very passionate about your rights. You may be very passionate about the rights of the people around you as well. Very passionate about freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You may also even be somebody who might be involved in protesting in some sort of way as well. And that does require somebody who has a thick skin and doesn't let every single thing get to them, which is also why you had to go through some of the darker times of your life, is so that you can learn how to deal with those situations. Creation flows through you and from you. Everything that you touch turns to gold. You bring life to the world around you. Very grateful, very in tune, very aligned. Can't be torn down easily, if at all. Have you heard about them? Their healing abilities are off the chart. I've never met anyone like them. They are one of a kind. So once again, your healing abilities are off the chart for yourself and for others. And everything that you went through to this day brought you to who you are today. Remember to be very grateful for those hard lessons that you had to learn, because not everybody has the gifts that you have, because you won those gifts by going through the trials of fire and never giving up and continuously learning, growing, overcoming from the experiences that you faced instead of giving up and putting your head in the sand. So you're a very strong person as well. You are a light in the dark, always there to help others. It doesn't matter what you have going on. You still reach out when you see someone in need. Remember to maintain healthy boundaries, though. Kind of like when I had to tell that person the other day that just because she bought me something, that did not mean that all my time was hers. That did not mean she was buying my friendship. That's not the way it works. Friendships are built slowly and steadily on a firm foundation. It's not somebody you cling to immediately because they were the ones that were there to help you through a rough time. And it's also not somebody that you force to be your friend out of guilt or shame because you did something for them and now you expect them to return it in the way that you see fit. You did that out of the freedom of their heart, out of your heart, and they should be able to do the same. So, basically, maintaining those healthy boundaries and remembering to put your foot down keeps you from being a doormat to others. The shark, the lamb, and the starfish. You're somebody who meditates a lot. You pray a lot. You are a very peaceful person. You are very peaceful even when it comes to people that are lashing out at you or attacking you. And a lot of that comes from the fact that you've had to regenerate yourself over and over and over and over again. And you see the shallowness of the things that people are throwing your way, and you are capable of handling that with peace. You know where that's coming from. It's coming from a state of self-hate, self-judgment, self-criticism, self-analysis, and they're projecting that all out onto you. So you're okay being at peace with that. You do stand your ground when you need to. You stand up and defend yourself when you need to, but at the same time, you don't take any of it home with you. You also know what situations are unhealthy for you and when you need to walk away from situations as well. Surrender to the flow. Seek your answers within. So you're somebody who surrenders. You're somebody who seeks the answers that you have inside of yourself instead of in the external world. You're somebody who looks within and learns and understands and grows because you see how what you have going on inside yourself reflects to the world outside of you. Kabbalah, the tree of life, integration, life lessons, emanation. Fire, warrior, passion, fearlessness. So you are somebody very passionate, very fearless, somebody who stands up, somebody who doesn't look the other way, somebody who doesn't turn the other cheek, somebody who makes the best decision for yourself and everyone else involved. You also have no problem with being yourself, showing who you truly are inside, who you worship, what you decide to do in your life, because you don't care. You just want to get the word out there. If people want to hurt you or lash out at you because of that, if people want to look down on you or judge you because of that, you don't care. Say you practice witchcraft. They used to burn people at the stake. You don't care. You're going to be who you are. And it doesn't matter what anybody else has to say with it because you hid yourself away for far too long. You were invisible. I feel like you were an invisible person for a very long time. You hid your gifts away. You hid your light away because of other people making you feel like it wasn't a good thing. But you have understood where they were coming from, why they did the things they did, why they were afraid for you, or why they were jealous of you, or whatever the case may be. You figured it out, and you will never shut yourself in a box for another human being again. You're very grounded, very rooted, very strong. You also trust in your ancestors very deeply. You look to your ancestors for guidance as well, I feel like. You really take the lessons of life and you integrate them into your being and into your soul so that you can learn, you can grow, you can expand. You're not somebody that's just like, oh, I'm right, I'm always right. No, you're somebody who actually learns, who chooses to be able to understand everything around you. Instead of just stomping your foot and throwing a temper tantrum and saying, I'm right, you actually study things, learn things, and grow your mind and your knowledge. So that is what I have for you guys, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys had to say about this reading, whether or not it resonated with you, what you got going on. And if you guys enjoyed this reading, remember to support this channel in the ways that you can. Liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, donating. You can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wishlist all in the description box below. Leaving timestamps or checking out my other channel, StoryTime, and commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing over there. All of that really helps me out, and I truly appreciate every one of you who is here to support me as I am here to support you. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys.